right. So today we are going to talk about narrative, okay? Today I'm going to teach a quick lesson on a narrative. All right. Narrative. Raise your hand if you heard that word before. Heard it?
Never.
Heard it? All right. Okay. Do you know what a narrative is? Who knows what a narrative is? Adam?
A narrative is like a text or a story.
You said it right there. It is a story. Everybody say, what's a narrative?
A story.
Try it again. A narrative is a what?
Story.
Very, very good. All right. A narrative, before I go on to the next slide, a narrative also talks about who's in a story.
People.
People, what do we call the people in the story?
Characters.
Characters in the story. And also in narratives, we always try to figure out what happens, okay? What happens in the narrative. Okay. So our characters, today we're gonna get a good understanding of what a narrative is so that we can write our own narrative. Okay, so we're going to end up writing our own narrative about what would happen if you came home with a pig, right? If you came home with a pig, what would happen? What would be the response? And we're going to talk about how that whole process would go about, okay? So in a narrative, it's just like every story that we talked about. In a narrative, there is a what? Beginning, what else? And end. A beginning, middle, and end. There's also characters, and there's also another word we kind of talked about, starts with a P.
People. Paragraph.
No?
Plot.
Say it again?
Plot.
A plot. You remember what the plot is? Who remembers what a plot is? Anybody on this side, family, you remember what a plot is? Ramazan, no? Let's try it out, Willie. What's a plot?
A plot is the most important thing in the it's like a key detail in the text. Like what it's most about in a plot.
Okay, what the story is mainly about, okay?
Or the importance.
Okay. So we also have our characters. Our characters are what?
Big, me, and my mom.
Well, not this story yet. We haven't talked about this story yet, right? Who?
People.
Who? Our characters are people. Who the story is about, okay? So the characters are what?
The people in the story.
Or who the
Characters.
characters are, okay? And we also have something that we call a setting. Everybody say setting. And a setting is what? Where the story takes place. Okay. So if we're talking about this, if you're bringing home a baby pig, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Hold it. If we're talking about you're bringing home a baby pig, one of the settings probably could be where?
At the barn.
At the barn. What about your home? Because you're bringing it home, right?
Yeah.
You said house.
I said house.
House? Okay, hold on. Let's make sure our hands are up, all right? So next, we're going to do something that we're going to call like a little movement game, okay? We're going to do like a movement game. I am going to say either a character, a setting, or event, okay? It's going to be one of those three. A character, setting, or event. If I say a character, I want you to touch your head. All right? So I'm going to say, let's try it, for example, Mickey Mouse. Oh, okay. So if I say a setting, I want you to
Stop!
All right, let's try it. Outside. Very good. Okay.
Just not one.
And if I say an event, I want you all to clap. Birthday. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do that. Valentine's Day. Let me see if I'm all right. So let's see if we can follow this. I'm gonna do a mixed order, and I'm gonna see if we can follow along. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say in the classroom. Very good. In the classroom. So we just.
No, that's not an event. That's a setting.
Guys,
that's a setting, not an event.
Okay. Quickly. All right. Let's see the dog man.
Wait, hold up. Dog man. So I didn't know
All right.
about the book dog man or the real dog man dog man.
Well, either or is still a what? Character. Very good. All right. The first day of school. Very good. You're very fast with it. Okay. Let me see.
The Ocho.
Mr. K. Inside Miss Calhoun's classroom. Very good. The stomp. Okay. Summer break. Summer break. Okay, very, very good. All right. I am going to read a short passage. And I want you all to sit here and listen. And I want you all to think about who's the character and what this setting is, okay? All right, we have on our listening ears? Okay. The subway. When Kim and Kurt finished eating, Kim paid for the meal and left a tip for the waitress. They went out of the diner. We need to get on the subway and go to Manhattan, she said. Manhattan, Kurt said with a loud sigh. This is a job hunt. It will take all day. It won't take that long. I'm just having no luck here in Brooklyn. Maybe I can find a job in Manhattan. Who can raise your hands? Raise your hands to tell me the setting. The setting in this story. The setting of what I just read. Anybody need me to read it again, or we good?
Read it again. No! Read it again.
Hold on. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Hold on, let me see it. If not, I'll come back. Setting. Let me try Soraya. Where is that?
The subway.
The subway. Okay, so did they get on the subway yet in the story?
No.
Not yet. So that is going to be a setting, but it's not a current setting, okay? So, but very good. I like that. Let's try this Holden. Brooklyn.
Not quite.
No, pause. It is Brooklyn.
What?
They are in Brooklyn. Hold on, let me read this line that lets me know. This is the line that says, it says, I'm just having no luck here in Brooklyn. So that tells me that we are where? In Brooklyn. That is one of the settings. Okay. What else you got, Kenji? Manhattan, that's a place where they're gonna go, okay? What about the characters? Kurt and Kim, right? Y'all agree? Kurt and Kim, okay. Okay. Hold on, stay right there for now. Okay. So today we're going to build our own stories, okay? In front of you, you all have this beautiful paper that you all have, right? All right. So let me get eyes. Ooh, let me see. Malachi, I have your eyes. Ooh, I have Soraya's eyes. Ooh, right there, good. Got him, Jay Unique. Okay. All right. So I want you all to close your eyes for a second. Everybody, close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right. Imagine it was the end of the day. You were in Mr. Wright's class and you were about to leave. And Miss Dorsey walks in and she gives you a baby pig.
Oh.
Just imagine.
Imagine it is all.
All right.
I just want to write my name on the paper.
What happens? Think about it.
Can we
Think
write our
about it.
name?
Yes, you can write your name on the paper. Think about what happens. What happens after she gives you that baby pig? What is going to happen?
Oh boy.
All right.